Hey there, welcome to the Porter Report. I'm Kyle Porter, reporting live here. And for our first guest tonight, we have Lee Wagstaff with us. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, it's certainly not an easy one. The character I play is Lee, the main protagonist.
I see. So how is Lee different from the hero characters you usually play?
Well, the main difference is that Lee is a child. She's brave and determined and self-reliant, all the things that a hero should be, but her age makes the role ironic. She is supposed to be a carefree and innocent child, but instead she's thrust into this demanding and harsh role of solitary hero. I mean, that's not to say that she doesn't have people help her, of course, but her love for her father drives her to rescue her friend Lily.
Of course. So what makes Lee different from other characters in the story?
Honestly, I think she's the least selfish character. This goes hand in hand with her childlike hopefulness, which drives the whole story. She cares about rescuing Lily, although Lily's not really a very good friend, but her main goal is to save her dad, no matter what. And this is a really dogmatic goal that establishes her as a true hero, even though she's only 8.
Alright, well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It was great having you, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. Alright, and as for our next guest, we have Mother Earth. Tell us, who's your character in Bayou?
The character that I play is Mother Sister. She's an herbalist, and she protects other characters that are less familiar with the world of the Bayou from some of its more dangerous aspects. It's a strong and powerful role, but certainly with a maternal and nurturing aspect.
Oh, interesting. How big of a departure is this from your roles you usually take on?
Well, actually it's not that different. I've played similar characters before with slight variations. One of my favorites was Cinderella's godmother, but she was definitely less serious. And another good one was Galadriel in the Lord of the Rings saga. One of my favorite things about this kind of role is the mystery that surrounds the character. I don't have the pressures that a hero or a villain does. I'm primarily there to offer support and guidance.
I see. Would you say that's your main purpose then?
Yes, but not in a bad way. In Bayou, Mother Sister is wise and stable, and that's in sharp contrast to Lee's real mother, who was absent and unreliable. Mother Sister becomes a surrogate mother of sorts for Lee and especially for Billy Glass, and they're just these two children that have been thrust into this very painful world of adult problems.
Alright, well, that's it. Thank you for being on the show. It was nice having you. Have a great day. And next we have our trickster. Now, exactly who are you?
Well, I am one to wear many hats, but in this particular story, I am a rabbit. A very familiar rabbit that I've played before. I show up in many stories all around the place, you know? Been in lots of tales, hopping around stories, and I play on wits and outwitting people, if you couldn't tell.
Oh yes, you are quite the character in Bayou. You seem to be all over the place. So, what are you doing in Bayou?
Well, in Bayou, I am pretty much what I am known for elsewhere. Sly, devious, always in trouble. I first appear in Change for causing trouble. Ironically, this also gets Lee and Bayou into trouble as they try to break me out. I'm the person they come looking for when they want to find their way to the boss man. But even though I am in debt for them for saving me from the chain gang, I try and sneak my way out by knocking them out.
So, what exactly is your purpose?
As a trickster, my purpose is to cause confusion and controversy. In Bayou, Lee and Bayou come looking to me for help. But I really only care about myself, and only look after myself. That's why I drugged the gang at the barn hoping to get away. I didn't have what they wanted, so it would have been easier just to leave them there. I make the story a bit more interesting, as I present myself as an obstacle, even though I'm just to help them. In the end, I changed as I understand the problems I have caused, and decide on helping Lee.
Alright, well, thank you for coming on the show. Alright, then for our next actor, we have the villainous Stagger Lee. Alright, so who do you represent and where are you from?
In Bayou, as you know, I play a character called Stagger Lee. The character really falls into a villain kind of archetype, and that just makes sense. He's based on the legend of Lee Shelton, who killed a man, Billy Lyons, for taking his hat during an argument, which is a pretty small offense for murder. But that conflict has been sung about for decades now, and has really helped form this definite Stagger Lee character. He's probably the wickedest character in the story, and he's not afraid to show it. Without thinking, he'd slit a man's throat or hang an entire family, which we'll show really quick. He's a really sly guy, too. One of his powers, I guess you could call him, is shape-shifting. as you see here. That part is actually true to the legend of Stagger Lee, and I really like that. They've taken a legend and really molded it to what they wanted, you know. From a legendary bar fight where Lee walks out the victor to this shape-shifting demon, I really love what they did.
So, what's your purpose in Bayou?
Well, without Stagger, there is no ultimate evil. He's there to keep a balance and to keep the conflict going. There are other things for Lee to run from or to have to challenge, such as the Gollywog or, you know, some other things throughout the story, Cotton Eye Joe, but there's nothing like Stagger. He provides not only a definite evil, but a constant one as well.
And how has your character changed throughout the story?
You know, I really wouldn't say he changes much. There's not a lot he has to learn. I don't see him learning anything anyway. He's not going to change his ways. He's a character who's going to have to be defeated or escape somehow.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching.